Owen Dexter is an ex-dairy farmer and Philip Sims a retired vet. The skills developed in their previous careers served them well when it came to setting up a business on the Canterbury Plains. After a great deal of research, they decided to create a lavender farm. They purchased land and plants and had their first harvest and production of what turned out to be very high quality oil in 2007.
This is Lavender angustifolia, or a true lavender. It's a very good producer, and the whole field is planted at 110,000 plants. They'll come out of their winter sleep in end of September, and then again, as you see, this is about our first growth, about the first inch, and now the little flower buds are starting to come through here, and this is what we're frost protecting. We don't winter frost protect, it's just for the flower buds. They will start to purple up in about mid-December, and then they'll be harvested in the first week of January. That's dependent on the weather situation and how cold it's been or how dry it's been. We don't use any herbicide across the field at all, only around the peripheries of the field, and that's just to keep weed seeds from getting into the field. We hand weed or we cultivate the field. In January when we harvest, we'll collect about 160 tonnes of flowers with the harvester, only the flowers we take, and we'll produce about 1,000 litres of oil. There can be late frost and we can lose our crop. So through frost fighting measures, we're able to cope with that. We did a lot of research into windmills and other types of machines, and we came up with this one, mainly because it was not needing consents, it was mobile, and we could just leave it in the shed whether we used it or not. This is a prototype machine that came from Agrifrost in Belgium. It's proven to be very good, and it's LPG gas which is ignited, and it blows through this big central fan, and it blows 50 metres each side of the machine. It's our fourth season with it, and it's proven to be just the thing we needed. Sometimes we selectively do certain parts of the field and not others, because we have probes in the field that's monitored by Harvester Electronics at Masterton, and we can watch that on the computer, and that's updated every minute when it's under 4 degrees. We usually turn the alarms on just after October the 1st, and we're vulnerable right up to about December the 1st. We'll not leave the property at night. We're here on frost alert at all times, and the machine's always set up and ready to run at night.
Each year in January, when the lavender ripens, the lavender is harvested with a French harvesting machine attached to our tractor. It cuts the lavender, chops it so that it's easily packed into the containers, and then it's brought into the distillery shed. We have a large boiler which produces steam to run the distillery, and it then heats the water up, produces steam which is pumped through the lavender. The steam carries the oil off the lavender plants into a condenser. The condenser then cools down the steam and the oil into water and oil, and the oil then floats on the surface of the water. And then off the top of that we extract the oil and collect that in containers. Each step of the way we try and add as much attention to detail as we can. Owen will go out each morning to assess the lavender, assessing the aroma of the plants, the state of the flowers, and we try and make sure that we are here available the whole of January, and we start cutting at the absolute prime time. We had advice from Crop and Food Research, who helped us design the distillery. They were advising us that we needed to make sure that the lavender was heated as quickly as possible and that the distillation time was as short as possible, so that in no way the lavender was being damaged. So we have a very large boiler which delivers an awful lot of steam, so we can actually heat up almost a tonne of lavender in under 5 minutes, and then we distill it for about 20 minutes to extract the oil. The oil is then stored in a cool store at 4 degrees centigrade to keep it as prime condition as possible. It's allowed to mature for quite a few months, and its smell then becomes more balanced, and the high notes develop during that period of time, and a slight hay-like, green-like smell that you get when it's fresh, it disappears. Owen and I have spent an awful lot of time developing the farm. We now feel that the agricultural side of it is established, the field is established, the distillation is established, We're now trying to value add to the product. We've designed our own packaging and we distribute that to America, Australia, China, are now selling our own NZLavender oil. So we actually go under our own trade name now, and that's shipped all over the world. And in New Zealand, we have a wonderful distributor, Canterbury Healthcare, who distribute our product to chemists and pharmacies around the country. We only supply shops with a 5 ml bottle. Obviously a larger one would be more economical, but the problem is once you open a bottle of lavender oil, it then just starts to oxidise, and it is far better to have a small bottle that you use fairly quickly rather than having a large one that you keep for a long period of time. It's been very well received around the world. Cosmetic companies have been attracted by it, and we actually supply Russia with oil to make toothpaste, and we send shipments over there several times a year.
But as a crop, it's enjoyable to do, and we've had so much respect given to us by the world. Top people like Chanel, L'Oreal, Shiseido have just tested it in Japan and said it's the best oil they've ever seen through their factory. And so that's quite good. And knowing that it's safe for elderly and babies, children, and that, it's quite a nice feeling.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.